Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Monday, September 9th, 2024. So, on Apple Day, because Apple just had this massive keynote where they announced a whole bunch of new products.
Yes.
Did you do the crossword?
I did.
And was this crossword the apple of your eye?
No.
Oh, okay. Was it peachy?
It was a good Monday puzzle.
Okay.
It took me forever to get it done. I'm not sure why.
Forever?
Forever and ever.
That means you're still doing it.
It took me about 3 times as long as it usually takes.
Okay.
So, and I'm not sure why. But because I was doing it at night, but I was alert. I think I just, I don't know.
Maybe you
I
were.
was putting in wrong answers. That was one of the.
Well, that'll
main
slow
things.
you down.
Yes.
Yep.
So then I had to go back and take the wrong answers out and put the right answers in, and so yes, that took a bit. But anyway, no, it was a good Monday puzzle. It was not really difficult.
Right.
It's just I had too many ideas for words that would fit. Unlike Saturday, where I had absolutely zero ideas of words that would fit.
So do you think it's better to have too many or too few?
I think, definitely too many.
Right. At least you can pare it down. I know.
Right, definitely, yes.
Well, I even one across sarcastic, yeah, right. I immediately put down sure.
I did too.
Because I can deliver the word sure with a lot of sarcastic
me too.
tone.
Sure.
But it was I bet.
I bet.
Which helped a lot with one down, fleas and flies. The answer was insects.
Right.
That's sort of a little unusual. And I can't remember the last time, if ever, that I encountered 2 down, hotel worker with baggage, bellhop.
Right.
Have you ever been at a hotel that has a bellhop?
I don't think they call them that anymore. I think they used to call them that because, they'd ring the bell.
And they'd hop to it.
And then they hop to it. But
right.
Now.
What, they don't use bells?
They have the concierge. And they have I don't know what they call them, but they do have people that will take your luggage up to your room if you want them to.
I bet, to use one across, that somewhere in the hotels that we are not allowed to go into, they probably still have bellhops.
Oh, yes.
That's my theory.
Yes.
But we can't afford those sort of hotels, so we'll never know.
No. Our daughter is employed at one of those hotels, in Kansas City.
That has a bellhop?
Yep.
Really?
No, several. They have several.
You just told me that they didn't exist.
Well, they have them, but they don't call them bellhops
anymore.
Okay. I don't know what they call them, but I doubt they call them bellhops.
Well, we'll send her in to investigate.
Yes. What do they call those guys that stand outside the door of your hotel and park people's cars and take their luggage?
Mm-hmm. So that was sort of a little bit unusual. And let's see, what else? 23 across, which was one of the themed clues. And maybe we should talk about the theme a bit, but it was numbskull, chucklehead.
Chucklehead, yes.
Boy, I haven't heard that phrase.
Oh, no, me either.
I think the last time I heard it.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
What a chucklehead.
I think the last time I heard it was being said by a bellhop. So, just.
In one of those hotels we can't pay for.
In one of those hotels that we can't afford, yes. Why don't you talk about the theme?
Okay. The theme was a pretty typical kind of Monday theme. Clever, but not too hard to understand.
Right.
There were 4 themed clues, and within the answers there were a number of shaded squares. And if you answered correctly, those shaded squares would spell another word. And so the first one was 18 across, beach project that rarely survives high tide, which was sand castle. 23 across was chucklehead, as we just said. This was when I put the wrong answer and had to change it. But 39 across, state of total happiness, was hog heaven. Mm-hmm. And then the last one was 56 across, sandwich specialty of Maine, and that was lobster roll.
Right.
And the themed clues, so the words that were spelled out in the shaded squares were cast from Sandcastle, chuck from Chucklehead, heave from Hog Heaven, and lob from lobster roll. So that gives you a clue what the theme was, which was revealed in 63 across. Make a subtle insult or a hint to the 4 groups of letters in this puzzle, and that was throw shade.
Yes.
They're all words that mean throw, cast, chuck, heave, and lob.
Right, and they're, of course, in the shade because they're
in
grade.
the shade because they're shaded squares, yes. Mm-hmm.
Clever?
Very clever.
A perfect Monday theme.
Yeah. That's what I thought so, too.
Little bit of ingenuity, not hugely challenging.
Yep.
I so was amazed by Chucklehead, and I didn't know what to do with 56 across the sandwich specialty of Maine. I got the word lobster, but then I didn't know what would come after it.
Yes, I did not know that either.
Really?
So, yeah, I had to get that from the Downs. So, lobster roll.
And there was one small mistake, 47 down, like the rightmost lane on a highway, slowest. Apparently the author of this crossword, Tim Delfonso, has never driven on I-41 in northeast Wisconsin.
Right. The old Wisconsin salute, as they say.
Because the answer for 47 down, like the rightmost lane on a highway, it says like, who knows?
Yeah.
It's like, or whatever. So, I didn't remember the entire word, but once I had a couple of letters, I was able to figure out 48 down Italian cornmeal dish, polenta.
Right.
So I was sort of pleased by that.
Uh-huh.
And I noticed they had 49 down. They had a set of what I call curly brackets. And that was in math, and the answer was null set.
That's right.
So glad to know they worked a little math into the grid.
Very good, yes. Yes, one clue that I kept looking at because I thought, oh, that can't be right. But it was 42 across, from which Britain Brexited for short. And the answer was the EU.
Yes.
But it looks like the U, like the thou and thy and the.
Right.
The U. But no, it's the EU.
And people have sort of remarked on that before, the fact that it isn't just EU, but the EU.
Yes.
But that's its name, the European Union. It's sort of like the Miami or the Ohio State University.
That's right, yes. Mm-hmm.
So the is an important part. But you're right. There are a lot of words like that, that for example, the one right beneath it, 50 across rather, fireplace floor was hearth, or you could also parse it as heart H. Mm-hmm. If you're really sad but can't pronounce properly.
Or hear the.
Or hear the. Yeah, that's right. If you've named your dog the, it could be hear the, but is in fact hearth.
Yes.
I did like the phrase hog heaven. I'm not sure what hog heaven would look like exactly. Presumably lots
messy,
of mud.
I grew up on a farm. It would look very messy.
Okay.
And smell very bad.
Speaking of smelling bad, well, not necessarily, don't insult this animal group, but 43 down, start of a donkey's bray was he, H-E-E.
Right.
I thought that was a great clue for that.
Yep.
And I was worried about 60 across Bordeaux red wine, but it turned out to be claret.
Yes.
There are all these wines that I don't know. There's one that starts with an M.
Merlot.
That's the one that I don't know. Yes.
No, there's several that start with M, I think, but
okay.
I know.
I think recently we had Merlot in the grid.
Oh.
Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, we had 7 down. Dame Judi Dench.
That's right.
I just watched some sort of an interview show. I think it was in Britain, but she was on the show and several other people and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they were talking about Shakespeare, and they said something like, we all got a little bit of Shakespeare, and they asked her if she could recite a little Shakespeare, and she went on and did like this 5-minute sonnet with no notes, not just from memory, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Could not believe it.
Nice.
And they were complaining that she steals all the roles.
Oh.
Not the lobster roles, just the other roles.
She is a great actress.
Yes, that's just this bravura performance. Let's see. I think that was probably it for today.
Okay.
So great crossword by Tim Delfonso.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim, indeed. And remember, folks, that tomorrow is Triplet Tuesday, where one of us will be presenting a challenging set of clues to the other, and the answer to all of those 3 clues will be one 3-letter answer, and the object is to guess that 3-letter answer in as few clues as possible, and we will do it 3 times, hence the name Triplet Tuesday. It's an exciting segment, and you're invited to play along and gather all your friends and relations about so they can play along too. That'll be all happening tomorrow. Anyway, that is it for today. We'll see all of you again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.